G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Alright, winter is here. The garden is very much slowed down. Starting to get some things which are ready for harvest. So let's go around, have a look-see. Alrighty, we got the long bed. A little bit of garlic still keeping on. Silver beet and that at the entrance here, not doing so great. It's getting bug hit a fair bit, but that's fine. The jalapenos definitely need harvesting out before they rot on the vine. Some of them are drying okay, but they can have a tendency to rot if you leave them too much. Cauliflower's doing great. We've got garlic and also some shallots mixed planted in with those. We've got a couple of silver beet, another over there, or Swiss chard. That one's a rainbow chard. So they're doing okay. Garlic's still keeping on. Down here we've got the cabbages. Looks like they're starting to form a head. Most of the bugs are done for the year. You can see that one copped a little bit of damage. The only thing we're really going to have left at the moment is snails. Plastic bags swept into the garden, need to get rid of that. Shallots up here doing awesome, as well as the garlic. The potato onions, they're doing great. Comfrey, I need to thin that back down and start a comfrey tea ready for springtime growth. Up this end, not a lot really going on. The stuff that's in there is not really going anywhere. Paprika, still haven't tied it up, which I should have done, but been busy. Starting to get a bit of drying for the ones that are on there, but we still have a few green ones hanging around, so not quite ready. Close, but not quite ready. Might end up picking that next week. I've got to run the smoker anyway to do some bacon, so I might end up picking those next week and smoking. All right, in here we've got the Chinese onion that's keeping on. Chinese potato looks like it's starting to get some dieback going to it, so that may well be getting harvested very soon. Chinese artichoke, again, it's starting to get some dieback, so we might be harvesting that one really soon. Had a few pomegranates on the hedge. Bucket of white sweet potato. As you can see, it's starting to die back, getting into winter mode. Pepper bed, they're starting to get that rot from the cold. There's a couple left on there that need to come off, but you know, most of them are starting to get a little bit of rot, so they'll come off and straight into the bin. Onions in there are doing great. The one leek that's left over from last year doing great. Some of my purple potatoes coming up doing fantastic. Spinach in this bed, I only got 4 pieces that have come up. Needs a little bit of a weed, but it's not too bad. But yeah, not a great sort of turnout for that, and it's getting a bit cold for anything to germinate now. The Egyptian walking onion is doing fantastic since it was divided. You can see down in there, it's redividing, it's multiplying, doing great things. Down in here, all those little bulbs are now plants. Potatoes need a good sorting out. I've got a couple that are still going strong, and a couple buckets need harvesting, and then I'll replant. Onions over in there, again, needs a good weed. At this time of year, weeding's a pain because it is so damn cold out here. More purple potatoes, doing well. This bed here, which I had peas growing in, I've pretty much given up on. And when I get some good days, I need to come out and take the soil out and see if there's soil on it. Purple potatoes here, these are the crimson blush. They're doing great. Out here where I had the little bunch of carrots, most of those ended up as curly carrots. Here's one here. That container just ended up way too short for them, and they didn't develop properly. The sweet potato that I put in here to show how the commercial growers do it, as you can see, that's come up well. It's starting to get winter affected. That one really didn't work too well, but it may come back in the warmer weather. Over in the central beds, peas I got off one of the neighbours are doing great. Yeah, they're rocking along, heading up the frame. They're not climbing too well, but yeah. Spinach over here is doing well. About due for picking again. Any of the Swiss chard I've gotten here is doing great. I've got some potato onions scattered through here. They're coming up, and there's my next round of carrots, which have actually got some more room, so hopefully they're going to develop better. They're a different carrot too, they're not the shallow growing one. This other bed here, we're pretty much down to our garlic, our onions. There's still a few leeks hanging around, which were left over from last year, and they're doing okay. Bit of Swiss chard, a few herbs and that sort of deal in there, and I popped some kale in there as well, so we'll see how that goes. Working our way back along, sweet potatoes starting to die down. Taro, again, very definitely dying down. Cold weather, not loving it. We may well be pulling that soon. More sweet potatoes. This is the Beauregard here. Yeah, they're pretty much had their winter run. Weeds are doing well. Getting back to the main sweet potato patch, and again, we're starting to go down. Next weekend I'll probably do a harvest on sweet potatoes and see what we got for the year. Oca still doing good, so that can stay for the moment. Turmeric very much starting to get winter affected, so I may well harvest that and take it inside just so I don't get any rot in the stems. I don't know how much turmeric I'm going to pull off them at this stage. Hopefully enough that I can use some and also replant, but we'll just see. The ginger, again, starting to get a bit knocked back from the weather. This little turmeric here, it's probably doing better than the other bigger ones. So I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with this bag, whether I'm going to harvest it or whether I'm going to leave it be. So as you can see out the front here, it is starting to suffer a bit from the cold. Next weekend I'm going to do a big harvest. This weekend I was off on a charcuterie course, so didn't really get much of a chance to get out here, but yeah, next weekend I'm going to do a fairly big harvest and work out what all is happening with everything from there. Like normal, I'm not going to take you out to see the chickens today. It has been raining pretty constantly, so their area is a bit sloppy and messy. Birds have been robbing them out from food and that sort of thing because it's so cold and there's not a lot of food around. So yeah, things are pretty nasty out there. They've slowed down. I'm probably getting an egg or two a day at the moment. Just because of the cold weather, they're slowing down. No one's really gone into molt, but yeah, it's just slowing because of the cold weather. All right, thank you very much everyone for watching, and bye for now.